Hey guys. Okay, so today we are going to read a book called Serious Farm, and it's by Tim Egan. Wonder why these animals might be so serious. When do we ever feel serious? Yeah, when we're taking tests, we have to be serious. When we're angry, we have to keep a serious face. All right, Serious Farm. Farmer Fred never smiled much. He wasn't a sad fellow, just very serious. "Farming is serious business," he'd say. "Nothing funny about corn." Yeah. Maybe that's your job. You got to be very serious about it. Now, because it was Farmer Fred's farm, all the animals acted like he did. So they were very serious too. When he would say, "There's no humor in tomatoes," they'd all just agree. The pigs, the cows, the horses, the chickens, the rabbit, the sheep, all extremely serious. Oh, look at them. They don't. They're like, I don't care. One night, Edna, the cow, said, "We've got to get Farmer Fred to laugh. I mean, it's okay to be serious, but not all of the time. We need some laughter." "Must admit," said Bernie the goat, "I wouldn't mind smiling again." Oh, can you imagine if you never smiled? That'd be really sad. He wouldn't live. He stretched his mouth and showed all of his teeth. It wasn't a very convincing smile. They all decided they needed a plan to make the farm more fun. The next morning, as the sun came up, Edna was standing on the fence where Cormac, the rooster, usually stood. She was barely able to keep her balance. Look at this cow. Look at crazy Edna. She tried to yell, "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" Since she was a cow, it didn't come out like that at all. It was the first time anyone had done anything funny in months, so it made all the animals laugh. Look at the sheep, she's smiling finally. And look, the animals, he's like chuckling. Farmer Fred just looked out his window and said, "You're not a rooster," and shut the window and went back to sleep. "Wow," said Edna. "This is going to be tougher than I thought." That morning was serious as usual, with Farmer Fred saying things like, "Broccoli's no fun," and "I never laugh at bell peppers." "Okay," said Edna to the others, "let's try another idea." I wonder what that's going to be. Edna has crazy ideas. When Farmer Fred went to feed the pigs that afternoon, they started barking like dogs. Woof, 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 woof. Everyone thought it was hilarious, but Farmer Fred. "That's more weird than funny," he said as he walked away. Man, he needs to lighten up, huh? "All right," said Edna. "This isn't working. Let's try something new." They sneaked into the house and took some clothes from Farmer Fred's closet and put them on. It wasn't as easy as it sounds. Look at this pig. This is making me laugh, guys. Look at these crazy animals. That evening, as the moon lit up the field, Bernie rang the doorbell. Farmer Fred came out onto the porch and said, "What in the world?" The animals were all dancing around in Farmer Fred's clothes. I'm like really laughing, guys. This is hilarious to me. They were terrible dancers, which actually made it funnier. But Farmer Fred just said, "Better not get my clothes dirty." He walked back inside without smiling. Look at, he's got his glasses on. For the next 2 weeks, the animals tried everything they could to make Farmer Fred smile a little, but nothing worked. Crazy Edna again. Ah, look, the pigs and sheep are in the tree with the chicken. Ah, they're dancing. They got some sunglasses and mustache. They're sheep in disguise. It got to be very discouraging. Look, they're like putting on a circus routine. Man, Farmer Brown. Or Farmer Fred, I'm sorry. One night, the animals met in the barn. "Well, I don't know about you," said Edna, "but I can't take it anymore. I have to live somewhere more fun than this. I'm leaving." They all agreed with Edna and packed up their stuff, which wasn't much, and headed out into the night. Oh no, Farmer Fred, you ruined that farm. The next morning, there was no sound of a rooster or even a cow. Farmer Fred looked outside and saw that all of the animals were gone. "Oh no," he said, "all of the animals are gone." Farmer Fred became sad immediately. Now it was one thing to be serious, but it was another thing to be sad. Farmer Fred didn't like the feeling at all. Oh, guys. He got into his truck and drove down the road in search of his friends. He went about 4 miles, but there was no sign of them anywhere. Then he heard some laughter in the distance. He followed the sound and saw the animals walking through the woods. He got out of his truck, walked into the forest, and asked, "What's going on here?" "We couldn't stand it," said Edna. "We've tried to cheer you up, but nothing's worked, so we're running away." Well, walking away. The other animals nodded in agreement. "Well, that's no way to solve a problem," said Farmer Fred. "You don't just leave. I mean, sure, I'm serious, but that doesn't mean you have to be. And besides, we're family. I take care of you. I need you. Not to mention that you're safe on the farm. You'd probably be eaten by lions in a day or two out here in the woods." Oh, I bet you they didn't think about that. The animals thought about this for a moment. As they whispered to one another about the lion issue, Farmer Fred mumbled, "Cows and chickens are running wild in the woods." Edna turned quickly and said, "What was that?" "Well, I think he laughed a little," said Bernie. "Yes," said the chicken, "I heard it. It wasn't much, but he did laugh." "Well," said Edna, "in that case, you're witty enough for us, Farmer Fred, and we care about you too. I guess we can go back to the farm." The other animals nodded their heads and said things like, "I agree, and good idea. Let's go back." They hopped onto the truck and Farmer Fred drove them home. From that day forward, they were able to make Farmer Fred laugh a little more, especially by bringing up the idea of cows and chickens running wild, although he still doesn't see anything funny about corn. All right, guys, let's begin our lesson now.